Hey guys, so now we're going to go ahead and code our player health. So we're going to hide our original code for this. I'm also going to move my score to the other side, especially because I'm going to put my health over here. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to go ahead and actually move it exactly where I want it to be. So I think about here should be fine. I'm going to go ahead and now add when green flag is clicked. I'm going to go into looks. I'm going to hide. I'm going to move this, go to front layer and go forward one just to make sure it's all the way at the very top. The other thing that I'm going to go ahead and do is add a go to X and Y block and make sure that it matches this X and Y, which tells me exactly what my health is, which it is, so that's awesome. The last thing I'm also going to do is underneath the hide, I'm going to add a set size. So if you guys need to play around with the set size to make it a little bit bigger or smaller, you guys can do that as well. Okay, so now that I have the main setup, so that when my green flag is clicked, it hides. Now what I'm going to do is, in my yellow events tab, when I receive play, which is when my game starts, I'm going to go ahead and show this. Okay. Next, what I'm going to do is, underneath this show, I'm going to also make sure that we start with the correct costume. So we're going to switch to costume full health. And inside of our yellow events tab, we're going to go ahead and use, inside of control, we're going to use our forever. Inside of the forever, we're actually going to go onto our player. We're going to grab this block of code here, which is telling us what it's touching. And we're going to go ahead and drag it onto our player health. Once here, I'm going to put this inside of the forever. I'm going to remove these two blocks of code, and I'm going to go into looks and add a next costume. Then the last thing I want to do is in control, instead of the yellow events tab, when I receive game over, I just want to make sure that I switch to my last costume, which is no health. Then I'm going to wait, and then I'm going to go ahead and hide. So now we're going to go ahead and test everything out just to make sure that it works exactly how we want it to. So I'm going to click on my green flag so my health doesn't show. When I click on play, I'm able to see it, so that's awesome. When I take damage, let's see. Okay. So that actually happened really fast. Let's go ahead and go into our player health. I'm going to go ahead and show this too, just so that I can see. So I see it's not swapping out to the next costume. So instead, what we're going to go ahead and do is we're just going to make this manually. So what that means is we're going to remove this, and we're going to do forever if. We're going to go into operators, use the equal sign on the empty bubble where we use our player health. So if our player health is 2, we're going to go into looks and switch costume to health 2. I'm going to move this to the side for right now. I'm going to go ahead and duplicate this. And when our health is 1, change it to 1. And when our health is 0, change it to no health. Okay. Just for a little extra precaution, I'm going to add another if statement all the way to the top. And when our health is 3, we have full health. Okay, so now when we click on our green flag and play, and we lose health. Okay, so now that's working. All right, awesome. Hey guys, so this is the full code that we created. The first one is the setup to make sure that we have everything perfectly done for our player health. The second one is just to make sure that our player health code works. And then this is just for a quick little ending before it hides itself. I'm going to go ahead and hide my variable. And again, if you guys see that you're losing a little bit too fast, you guys can always play around with the seconds. And again, even though you see me use only 3 hearts, only for health, you guys can add a lot more. That's kind of up to you guys how much health you want to add for your player. All you have to do is just extend everything that you already did for the code a little bit more and change a little bit of the artwork as well. Other than that, you guys are done with Deep Dive 3. You guys can look forward to the next week 4 core. We're going to be finishing up our game and adding the last finishing touches as well.